Welcome back, English learners. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a story for you. Let's dive in. Anna had never seen anything like it. Stepping off the plane at JFK Airport, she was met with a wave of noise and activity that made her head spin. Back home in Harmony Springs, the airport was a tiny building with one runway. Here, it was a city unto itself. People rushed by in every direction, pulling suitcases, pushing strollers, and talking on their phones. The air buzzed with a strange energy that was both exciting and a little bit scary. Anna took a deep breath and reminded herself why she was here. This was New York City, the place she'd dreamed about visiting since she was a little girl. All those movies, all those books, all those stories. And now she was finally here to experience it for herself. Sure, it was a little overwhelming at first, but Anna was determined to embrace every moment. After all, this was her big adventure. Her heart pounded with a mix of nerves and excitement as she followed the signs for baggage claim. Anna had never been away from Harmony Springs without her family, and now here she was, thousands of miles from home, ready to take on the city that never sleeps. The thought sent a shiver of anticipation down her spine. New York, here she comes. Here. A friendly face beamed at her from the open window of a bright yellow car. "Welcome to New York, miss. You must be Anna." The taxi driver's warm smile instantly put her at ease. "Hop in and I'll get you to your hotel in a jiffy. Don't worry about the traffic. It's all part of the New York experience." Anna settled into the back seat, her eyes wide with wonder as the taxi merged into the bustling city streets. Tall buildings scraped the sky, a dizzying array of glass and steel. People thronged the sidewalks, a kaleidoscope of faces and fashions. The air hummed with the sounds of sirens, car horns, and 1,000 conversations happening all at once. "It's amazing," she breathed, her cheek pressed against the window. The driver chuckled, his eyes twinkling in the rearview mirror. "You'll get used to it," he said. "This city's got a heartbeat all its own. Once you feel it, you'll never forget it." As they drove, the driver pointed out famous landmarks and shared interesting tidbits about the city. Anna listened eagerly, soaking it all in. Even the traffic jams, which seemed to stretch for blocks, couldn't dampen her spirits. She was in New York City, and it felt even more magical than she'd ever imagined. Stepping into Central Park was like entering another world. Gone were the towering buildings and the busy city streets. Here, there was only the quiet of nature, a green oasis in the heart of the concrete jungle. Anna took a deep breath, savoring the sweet scent of freshly cut grass and blooming flowers. She wandered along the winding paths, marveling at the lush greenery. The trees stood tall and proud, their branches forming a leafy canopy overhead. Sunlight dappled the ground, casting intricate patterns on the pathways. The air was filled with the cheerful chirping of birds and the gentle laughter of children playing. Near a sparkling fountain, a man sat strumming a guitar. The melody was soft and soothing, blending perfectly with the peaceful atmosphere. Anna closed her eyes, letting the music wash over her. It was hard to believe that just a few blocks away, the city was still in its state of motion. Central Park was a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there was still beauty and serenity to be found. It was a place to escape the hustle and bustle, to recharge and reconnect with nature. As she continued her stroll, Anna felt a sense of calm settle over her. The city might never sleep, but here in Central Park she could finally breathe. The ferry ride to Liberty Island offered breathtaking views of the Manhattan skyline. The sun glinted off the skyscrapers, creating a dazzling spectacle. But it was the sight of the Statue of Liberty, growing larger with every passing moment, that truly took Anna's breath away. Standing at the foot of Lady Liberty, Anna felt a surge of emotion. This iconic statue, a symbol of hope and freedom, had welcomed countless immigrants to American shores. Looking up at the figure, Anna imagined the dreams and aspirations they must have carried with them on their journeys. She joined the queue to climb to the crown, her heart pounding with anticipation. The ascent was long and winding, but the panoramic views from the top were well worth the effort. From her vantage point, Anna could see the entire harbor, the sprawling cityscape, and even the faint outline of the New Jersey shoreline. Anna made sure to capture plenty of photos, her camera clicking furiously. These images wouldn't just be souvenirs, they would be tangible reminders of this incredible experience, moments frozen in time that she could cherish forever. Times Square was an assault on the senses. Giant LED screens flashed and flickered, bathing the streets in a kaleidoscope of colors. Music blared from every storefront, competing with the roar of traffic and the excited chatter of the crowds. Anna had never seen so many people crammed into one place. She craned her neck to take in the towering billboards, some advertising Broadway shows, others promoting the latest gadgets. It was overwhelming, this sensory overload, but also exhilarating. Anna felt a surge of energy, caught up in the whirlwind of activity that surrounded her. Street performers vied for attention, their acts ranging from breakdancing to opera singing. Costumed characters posed for photos with tourists, their painted smiles a little too cheerful in the glare of the neon lights. The air crackled with a frenetic energy that was both exciting and a little bit exhausting. As the initial awe wore off, Anna found herself seeking refuge in a quiet corner of a souvenir shop. The constant noise and flashing lights had started to give her a headache. Times Square was certainly an experience, she thought, but perhaps one best enjoyed in small doses. After the sensory overload of Times Square, Anna decided to treat herself to a real New York experience, a slice of pizza. She found a small, bustling pizzeria tucked away on a side street, its windows fogged from the heat of the oven. The aroma wafting from within was intoxicating, a delicious blend of melted cheese, tangy tomato sauce, and freshly baked dough. The pizza, when it arrived, was everything she had hoped for and more. The crust was thin and crispy, with just the right amount of chewiness. The sauce was bursting with flavor, a perfect balance of sweet and savory. And the cheese, oh the cheese! It was gooey and stretchy, forming long, satisfying strands with every bite. Anna savored every mouthful, washing it down with sips of ice-cold soda. As she ate, she watched the world go by outside the window. People rushed by, taxis honked, and the city hummed with its own unique melody. But in that moment, all that mattered was the delicious slice of pizza in her hand. It was the taste of New York, and it was pure perfection. Lost in thought, Anna accidentally bumped into someone on the crowded sidewalk. "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry," she exclaimed, looking up to see an elderly woman with a kind smile. "No worries, dear," the woman chuckled, her eyes twinkling. "It happens all the time in this city. You seem a little lost. Are you new to New York?" Anna explained that she was indeed a first-time visitor, and the woman's smile widened. "Welcome to the Big Apple," she exclaimed. "Don't let the hustle and bustle scare you. New Yorkers are a friendly bunch, even if we don't always show it." For the next few minutes, the woman chatted with Anna, offering tips on navigating the subway system and recommending some of her favorite local spots. "And if you ever need anything, dear, don't hesitate to ask," she said as they parted ways. New Yorkers always look out for each other. Anna continued on her way, her heart warmed by the encounter. The woman's kindness was a reminder that even in a city as big and chaotic as New York, there was still a sense of community and a willingness to help others. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the city, Anna found herself reflecting on her day. It had been a whirlwind of emotions and experiences, from the overwhelming arrival at the airport to the peaceful tranquility of Central Park, from the awe-inspiring Statue of Liberty to the dazzling chaos of Times Square. She had wandered through world-class museums, marveled at architectural wonders, and sampled some of the most delicious food she had ever tasted. She had encountered a kaleidoscope of cultures and languages, witnessing firsthand the melting pot that was New York City. And through it all, she had felt a sense of exhilaration, a feeling that anything was possible in this vibrant, ever-evolving metropolis. New York City was a place where dreams were made, where creativity flourished, and where adventure lurked around every corner. Back in her hotel room, Anna kicked off her shoes and collapsed onto the bed, her body aching but her spirits soaring. The events of the day played in her mind like a fast-paced movie, all of the sights, sounds, and emotions. She had experienced so much in just a few short hours, yet she knew she had only scratched the surface of this incredible city. There were still countless neighborhoods to explore, museums to visit, shows to see, and foods to try. As she drifted off to sleep, the distant sounds of sirens and taxi horns filtering in through the window, Anna couldn't help but smile. New York City had certainly lived up to its reputation, and she couldn't wait to see what adventures tomorrow would bring. This was only the beginning of her New York City love story. Thank you for joining the story of an Anna and the Big Apple. Please like and subscribe to the channel for more fun English learning adventures. See you next time.